What's alive in me right now? Well, there is some stress in the head, which always happens when I overthink. So I'm going to take a deep breath. Yeah, the stress is going down. I feel good. What's alive in me right now? I'm very grateful for the beautiful people I have in my life. Thank you so much. I think they know who I'm talking about. Thank you to my sister, who is such a wonderful. She's amazing. Let's see what's going on. Well, recently I almost drowned, and when I tell people the story of how I almost drowned, because apparently the undercurrents were really strong and I still went inside the ocean and I got saved somehow, like some big wave came and pushed me to the shore. That thing happened, and when I tell people this story, they get scared a lot and they are like, how can you even let that happen? This is not a small thing, it's your life. And I agree with that. It's not a small thing, it's my whole life. But what I am saying is, yes, now I know how dangerous the undercurrents can be. But I didn't know it before I went, because this is the first time that this something like this happened with me. The undercurrents. I was like, how are the waves coming out while the undercurrents will sweep you inside? I just it just didn't make sense to me when I read the boards. Strong undercurrents ahead. It didn't make sense to me, and I laughed at it. And okay, but now I know what happens. I had to jump up and so that I can breathe, because the water was above my head. And I took a very deep. I put all my strength into my arms and my legs, and I swam. And the big wave came and it took me to the shore, which I'm very grateful for. Thank you, mother. Well, my point is, I'm not saying do reckless things, but like, I guess what I'm trying to say is, don't live in fear. I saw the board strong undercurrents, and I could be very scared. Oh my god, there are some strong undercurrents, I should know. But the thing is, I was not feeling fear in my body. Maybe I could feel fear in my mind, reading at the board. And maybe, yes, it will keep me safe. Not maybe, it will keep me safe. But what is the point of living that life, where you always want to be safe? Yeah, you will be very comfortable and safe, but would you really like to live that kind of a life? Well, I wouldn't. Safe and comfortable, not having any fun, not going outside the box, slightly dangerous, you will want to stay away from it. I don't want to live that kind of a life. Now, I'm not saying what happened is good. It was very dangerous, and I am not going to do it again. I know the danger of the undercurrents, and maybe this is a bad example for the concept I'm trying to speak about. But the thing is, it just came up. And but the thing is, I'm talking about living in fear. If you feel fear in your body, yes, that's a sign that you should look out for. But I'm talking about the fear of the mind. People don't do stuff that they want to do, even though they are not feeling any fear in the body, but they have a fear in the mind, because they fear that something will happen, even though most of the times it's not going to happen. What I'm talking about, say, you want to talk with a stranger, okay? No, there is a man going up on the street, and you want to go up to him and tell him something. You want to tell him that, okay, tell him, maybe you just want to ask them directions, okay? But you're scared of what that man might say. And if you look at it, like, say, 95 out of 100 men would be very nice, only 5 men will maybe not nice to you. But you will not go up to the man and ask him for the directions, because of the small chance that that man might not be nice to you. So there is this mental fear in your head that I will not do it to be safe. It will save you from the 5% chances. But like here, what I'm trying to say is, if you were about to speak with a man on the 5% men who are not going to be nice to you, or something bad would happen, then you will fear then you will feel the fear in your body. You know, something will come up in your body which will, if you really listen to it, it will come up, and you can then protect yourself that way. But this mental fear will always be there every time, because you have this idea that it could be dangerous, it could be not nice. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Am I making sense? I guess the reason I'm blah blahing about this mental fear is because I see so many times we live in fear, you know, we don't do anything. We just blend in with the society. We do what everyone else is doing because that's what been doing in the schools. Everyone is wearing the same clothes. Everyone is studying the same things and doing the same damn thing that everyone else is doing. Well, the point is that we live in a lot of fear. And well, yeah, maybe we will be safe, but what's the point of living that life of fear? Where your fun is constipated, where your every movement is thought about beforehand. Before you do something, you think about it and then you do it. It's like you know, it's not even the first hand experience. It's like you have already lived it in the mind and then you're doing it. It's so boring. It's so dull. It's so lifeless, you know, to live like that. I have lived like that so many times, and I still have a lot of my fears, and I do that a lot of times. I'm in my head analyzing stuff. But I have got a lot of taste of living in the moment, and like, you know, living without fear, and you know, going for it, you know, like without fear. A lot of things that I do will scare the shit out of people. Like it will tear their ass open. So many things that I do will be very scary for people. And maybe I'm making a mistake, you know, those things people will say, oh, it's a stupid thing to do, or you know, but I'm still doing it. And I'm not saying that it's the right thing. Maybe it's not the right thing. But I'm not living in fear, and I will experience why is it wrong. I'm not doing something just because someone else told me to do it, even though it doesn't make sense to me. I'm doing things that make sense to me, that makes sense. I think it's the right thing to do. And while living life, if I find out that okay, it's not the right thing, I will change. But that's based on my experience, not because of someone else said it. I don't go by what people say if I don't believe in it. If it's not in my experience, it's not in my experience, so it's not my reality. Now, someone may say, some very great person, some my guru might say that, you know, dude, this is what I think is right, and I will agree. Yeah, this is what he thinks is right, but that is his experience. That is not my. I will live my life based on my. I will live my life based on my experience of fear in my body, of anger in my body, of joy in my body, of sadness in my body. I will let the feelings in my body guide me as to what I want, the way I want to live my life, and not in my mind, because in my mind, all the ideas in my mind are coming from the outside. You get the difference? It's not my ideas. It's the external people's ideas. I don't want to live like that. Now, yes, I know that you know the mental fears can induce fears in your body also. For example, if you think that you have done something wrong, just that thought might induce a feeling. Yes, but then you have to know the difference. It's a mental feeling, mental thought that induced a feeling. Is it a mental feeling or is it a actual feeling because of something that happened on the go? And you can find out the difference. Let your feelings guide you. Let your feelings in your body guide you as to what you want to do, and let not your mind decide what you want to do, because your mind is filled by the ideas and the opinions and the garbage of all the other people around you and everywhere in the world. Namaste. Well done, Neil. How's it going?